Kristy. I'm 29 years old and I'm currently in a relationship.
Hey, I'm Oma. I'm 22 years old and I'm currently single.
Hi, I'm Annie. I'm 19 and I'm also single.
Hi, I'm Ronald. I'm 22 and I'm currently in a relationship.
My biggest challenge with dating is probably meeting people, because so many people nowadays, are a part of dating apps and Tinder and Hinge and all of those things, and I've never been one of those people. So I would say I struggle with finding someone because all of my friends actually met their significant others on dating apps, and I would prefer to do it the old-fashioned way.
Communities have gossiped for all of time, but I think with social media and the pressure that there is to be posting the right amount of your relationships or not the right amount is huge these days. When you were Facebook official, it was a really big deal, and sometimes you just wanted to take your time and figure things out.
My struggle is that whenever I establish with myself that I like someone, I'm like, okay, I'm now transitioning from just talking to someone and just being kind of interested to, okay, I officially like this person. Once I make that determination in my own head, all of a sudden everything about that person starts turning me off and I just can't like them anymore, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Once I decide that, I can fully commit to the relationship, but for whatever reason, I can't do that.
The most difficult thing for me was I would always be wondering about what she was thinking, what was on her mind, whether or not I was saying the right things, doing the right things, if we were going to the right places. I'm the kind of guy that really thinks about everything, tries to make sure that not everything's perfect, because nothing's going to be perfect, that everything is fun and memorable for the right reasons.
I actually was nominated in high school, most likely to remain a bachelorette for life. So I was very against marriage for a while, and people knew that about me. That was the thing. I was I'm never getting married. I don't want to be tied down. I want to be able to be free. Divorce rates are up the wazoo. I was I don't care, whatever. And it was only within the past couple of years that I changed that mentality of well, maybe I do want to get married one day.
Marriage is something that's very sacred, very permanent. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be right. But I don't think you need to get married. Nobody needs to get married if you don't want to. If I'm gonna get married, it needs to be somebody I trust. It needs to be my best friend, my partner in crime,
Almost everybody who gets married intends to do it once. And for me, that's such a permanent decision that even though you'll never be able to control all the factors that happen after you get married, I want to feel as settled and as ready as I can be.
I agree with both of you that just the permanence of that decision is really daunting and kind of scary. To be honest, I haven't given marriage a whole lot of thought. I'm not opposed to the idea, but I'm also not super in favor. I think it has to be the right person. Again, like Kristy said, I don't think you need confirmation from anyone to legitimize your relationship.
The emotional cheating is really hard to handle, and I think the different types of cheating other than physical cheating are almost harder to handle than actual physical cheating, because you can explain that away oh, they were just feeling it in the moment, it didn't mean anything, there's no lasting connection. But something that I always struggled with was the micro cheating, the cheating online that's not necessarily cheating. In my most recent relationship, we were together for 2 years, and he always had a problem with talking to girls online. You can only get so much validation from your partner when you're feeling insecure, so he searched for it in other ways, and because he had this technological obsession, the other ways were Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram, and it's kind of okay, he never physically did anything, but I still am now, after the relationship, kind of suffering the same repercussions as somebody who has been cheated on.
The reason emotional cheating is so impactful is because the cheatee, I guess the person being cheated on, to question themselves, when in reality I think often that kind of behavior has very little to do with the person being cheated on and has everything to do with the cheater.
Alright guys, listen up. So life's gonna happen. You can make a plan, even if you think it's gonna go right, it may not. Things happen sometimes, so you need to plan for the worst, you need to plan for the best. As far as relationships go, sometimes the first one you get sticks. Sometimes you don't get one. It could take a year, 2, who knows. But either way, you just gotta be ready to handle anything that life throws at you.
The most important thing I've learned is that if you have like a set of standards for yourself, you have to stick to your guns. Even if you desperately want to be in a relationship, or even if you desperately want love, once you've said to yourself, okay, like this is exactly what I'm looking for in a partner, don't settle for anything less than that. And if that means like being single for a decade, 2, 3, like that's fine. You can find that love that you're looking for from other places. I truly think like you are such a powerful source of that.
I would say don't be a cool girl, but be the coolest version of yourself. So if you think that people are expecting you to be a tomboy, but you're really a girly girl, then just embrace what you have.
Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable, because you get out of a breakup and all of a sudden you're like, I'm alone and I don't know what to do with my life, and like I just was so used to being with this one person. Don't go backwards, always go forwards. Those periods are going to be really uncomfortable and it's going to hurt and you're going to cry a lot and probably listen to The Script or John Mayer or something. I don't know, those are my breakup songs.
Yeah.
But you're gonna go through it and it's gonna be very uncomfortable, but the period of self-reflection that you're gonna be going through is gonna be so valuable to you.